so in the dark that we just allowing these young kids to get their face tatted, just do all the dumb stuff for money. It's crazy to make $100,000 and technically you think, oh, I made it. But what did you make?
When you go to jail, there is a fact that you get worse as a criminal in jail. Because they put motherfuckers that still soulless to have something to drink in hot degree weather when motherfuckers that murder people.
You're not digesting what I'm saying.
You don't like that.
I think I'm saying it and it's hitting that wall.
You don't have to put on your white hat.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Everybody.
And this is a little off the subject, but it got to do with what you were saying. I'm all familiar with the 1%, how we only own 1% of the under 1%.
Take the hat off. It makes me feel like you like part of the wrong team.
So I know all about, blacks owning less than 1% of the wealth since slavery. I know all about the wealth gap. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know about that. And I'm conscious on that, right? But I remember I was telling him this a while back. Slavery ended when?
Slavery never ended. It still exists.
Okay, well, slavery
legally.
You know what? The modern day slavery is mass incarceration. Right? Because big companies. Not in terms of mass incarceration.
He's saying when were we able to walk around and just be like, all right, I'm free? Not in the sense of money. But we saying slavery ended how many years ago?
We about to get 152 years ago.
So even though slavery ended then, they still wasn't free to just walk around and say I'm free though.
Right. People still. But what I'm saying, I'm trying to build a point. I know that.
Okay,
so 150 years ago, yes, we still own less than 1% of the wealth, right? That's bad. But it's so early. I don't think we know how early it is. And let me tell you why. I am 30 years old, right? My grandmother is 95 years old. Slavery ended 152 years ago. She knew a slave. That's just 2 generations behind me. You know what I mean? So, and think about it. Everything that we've accomplished thus far, we had to do it ourselves. With no real, you know what I'm saying? Like, with no education, with being pushed back on every opportunity. We're self-sufficient. And then we looked at crazy if we spaz out because we've been through everything in the world. So you got I feel like you can't beat yourself up. You gotta take self-responsibility. You gotta take self-responsibility. You gotta keep it moving. And we can't make excuses no more.
Okay.
You gotta react with ownership.
Wait, no.
That's what we gonna name this. Okay. That's the name of this podcast. React with ownership.
Okay, we never made excuses.
Now I am on the agreement. So we are early in. We are very early on what we possibly can.
We're not going to see the finishing.
In our generation, no. This like a slave was like, I hope we get free one day. Yeah. And then his kid was like, it looked like we might be free. And then his kid was like, nigga, we free. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And he's like, man, I wish I could walk in front of the damn chicken joint. I gotta go through the back.
We coming up.
I drink from this. And every year is every.
But the only issue I see with that is that we just need. Now, can it happen? I am in agreement that we can make our own. We can keep moving forward. We can keep building. It's just that we can't allow ourselves. We are slowly diminishing. We're getting money and we're diminishing at the same time. Like if you look at hip hop, right? When we are so in the dark that we just allowing these young kids to get their face tatted, just do all the dumb stuff for money. We just because now they have so much wealth they can just throw it at us. We gonna do it. Hey man, I need you to go act stupid real quick for some money. We feel like we don't have no other option, so we out here just doing stupid stuff for money. So at the end of the day, it's like, are we moving forward? Now, yeah, a couple of us do have some money, but what do we have money for? You know what I'm saying? Are we just getting money for the dog and pony show? Are we still gladiators? That's the question. Are we still out here swinging swords for money to be free? So if Kobe didn't play basketball when he had the money he had, would he have the same opportunity?
No.
No.
So that's the issue that we still have. We only getting money if they want us to have money. If we can entertain them.
You know what? Someone said to me, they only want you on their TVs. They don't want you in their neighborhood. They don't want you in their house. The furthest thing you're going to get close to them and their wealth is on their TV. And you still ain't going to get close.
So you know what you do then?
What?
You force your way in.
So we have made our own networks, right? We had P. Diddy came out with Revolt TV. We had Oprah has her own network. We have it.
TV One.
We have some things, but is it because they allow? Who's monitoring what we're allowed to put on that TV?
White people.
That's the issue. Are we just giving things because of the laws we have in place now? Non-discrimination law.
Yeah.
We can't have these people uprise. So let's give them. Here you go, young man.
And I agree with that because it's more so like you can even look at in your immediate workplace, right? Your supervisor, we all security, law enforcement, right? Our supervisor may be black, right? But that captain is white. That mayor is white. That commissioner over them is white. Like, so they put a person in front of you in power position just for control issues. I feel like, but their boss is always someone that is not of them. Is not of who they are. Is white.
And we all fighting for that spot. But we fighting harder. We graduating from college. We doing everything right. We trying to right now, like you said, we still trying to figure it out.
Systemic.
Even if you make together in your household $100,000 a year, you still broke. You still ain't got no money. Just imagine, we watch these people spend $1 million on a watch,
Chains.
and we sitting here trying to figure out how we gonna make ends meet. That's crazy. It's crazy to make $100,000, and technically you think, oh, I made it. But what did you make? You're not even at the
time.
You're right. Because 100 years ago we couldn't make $100,000.
70%.
I respect that.
70% of people in this country is one check away from being homeless. I mean, they live check to check. 70%.
Everybody's not going to be saved. Everybody doesn't have that mindset.
Why can I? If majority,
everybody, I'm not saying everybody can. I'm not.
Because if majority of one race can be saved, what is stopping them from distributing to make sure that everybody?
I'm not saying that it can't. I'm not saying everybody's not going to get saved.
I have a teacher. I have a friend that's a teacher, and she's white. And me and her used to like debate all the time about like adversities growing up in a white neighborhood opposed to a black neighborhood. And she went to a school in the inner city, and it was totally different to her. She's like, okay, I want to be an educator, right? I promise you. Like 2 weeks ago, she hit me up, was like, I'm kind of disgusted. And I'm like, why? Because she found out that per white student in the school, you'll get $8,000. Per black student, you'll get $5,000. Mm-hmm. That's what's so disgusting about her field and what she tends to find out. There is no, like, if you think about it, we are the most undeveloped group of, like, people in terms of race, but again, we're self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. We're uneducated. We're not, sorry, let me fix that. We are undereducated, right? But black women in America are still amongst the number one group of educated Black women are the smartest group of women in America amongst race, period. No one gets smarter than them, right? But yet they're still in the same boat as black as a race. It don't mean anything. I was looking at these new statistics that came out like a while ago. And it says how a white person with a criminal record still has the opportunity to get they got a criminal record. They still have 2 times the chance to land a job before a black person without a criminal record.
Well, I'm gonna say to that. I'm gonna say to that one before I just pause that. Nah, this is wrong, but it's right. But it's wrong, but it's right. My brother, you got a job, right? You got a company. Your company you making money. Just put it like that. You just making money, right?
Okay.
I'm your hood cousin Tyrone. I just got out 2 weeks ago. You know I love to rob. I love to steal, right?
Okay.
Bro, you're not gonna put me on your job. You know why? Cause you're just not. I'm your cousin. You love me to death, but I'm not. You don't have. You cannot risk what you got going on for me. But what I've noticed in other races, they will risk that. They'll hire their meth head cousin and put him on the job. They're going for it. They don't care. They're like, you know what? Oh, Johnny needs a job. Can you get him a job, Billy? He's like,
shucks.
Can you clean it up for work? Get yourself together. We're not doing that because, like I said, we don't have enough behind us to do that. You get what I'm saying? So if you come to my workplace and destroy I don't have the savings to go start another one. I just got this. Or let's say you just got promoted, right? Now you the lead. Now you can hire people, right? Now you in charge of hiring people. and you hire your messed up brother or cousin or friend, your homie that's known, and they already looking at like, we should never get this black motherfucker this job anyway. Now you done hired this other motherfucker that shouldn't have the job. Who they firing first? You know? And that's the problem. We don't give each other enough love. Period. We so scared of each other. We don't even want to believe you change. That's why people don't change, because nobody believes that they change. You have people who get incarcerated for the stupidest stuff, can't find a job, then they have to go do what they know to do.
And not to mention, like, even if they could get incarcerated for a bag of marijuana, but their charge is going to read possession of drugs or something. They want to specify what it is.
So you just look to
you're a criminal either way. Like, and we know that this country does not rehabilitate criminals. When you go to jail, there is a fact that you get worse as a criminal in jail, because they put motherfuckers that steal sodas to have something to drink in hot degree weather when motherfuckers that murder people. And it's about adaptability. Ain't nobody gonna be nobody bitch. Like, so when they do come home, it's all about a second chance. That's all I'm saying. In that regard, we have to give them second chances, but we know that we do not rehabilitate people who go to prison. Also, the statistic on that the other day, 41% of people in jail who are incarcerated right now are black, are of African descent of some way, right?
You said 40 or 60?
41% of black people that are incarcerated in America, right? Let me make this make sense. Black people in America make up 13.3% of the general population of this country, right? But we make up 41% of the population of prisoners in this country. We only make up 13.3% of the general population, but we make up 41% of prisons. I mean, 2 out of every 3 black, 1, 2, 3, somebody gonna experience some. Statistically, they say before the age of 25, 16 to 25 is when you will generally experience prison time in your life, if you're statistically of a black male in this country. But just that number is so alarming. Then they say that there is more black people on probation and parole in this country than there were slaves.
You know how you fix that?
How do you fix that?
You react not off emotion, you react with ownership. It just hurts. You just don't make excuses. You just do it.
I mean, back in the day when they used to put guns and drugs on you because it's know it's gonna get you 20 years.
React with ownership.
Ownership. Oh yeah, that's mine, right? And you know what they did when they realized that a lot of motherfuckers wasn't gonna play that game? We gonna plea bargain, right? We gonna give your black ass 20 years if you don't take.
So now that you know that happened.
Look. If you don't take these drugs and these gun charges, your ownership comic, right? We're gonna give you 20 years.
Don't try to flip my ownership comment. That's not what I meant by ownership.
He said ownership, right?
Don't try to flip my ownership comment.
He said ownership, right? When they put guns and drugs on you, your ownership take that.
That's not what I meant.
And this is what they say, right? This is what they say. Okay, all right, we're gonna give you a plea bargain though, right? Instead of going to trial and giving you this 20 years, just take these 10. Take these 10. You want to know why 99% of people say yes? Because they don't want to wrongfully do that 20. They don't want to take ownership of something they did not do. Where's the justice from that and that? Where's the ownership for them?
Legit.
You know how many people they have to release because of DNA that came around, right? They ownership was to say that I didn't do it, but they still had to take because they didn't want 50 years.
That's not what I mean when I say ownership.
You said take ownership, right?
No, that's not. You're not listening. You're not digesting what I'm saying.
You don't like that.
I think I'm saying it and it's hitting that wall. You're not.
That's what you don't like.
You know.
I just did it. You said take ownership.
No, it's not.
I gave you a specific.
React with. No, when I say ownership, I'm not saying it like.
Did you say take ownership?
No, Majid. I have to redo what I said again. You understood what I said. I'm not saying I'm not talking about plea deals. I'm not talking about imprisonment.
When you say take ownership, remember that you're speaking to different groups of people. You could tell me take ownership, okay, because I ain't doing drugs and and that, right? But when you're talking to somebody that's in a different perspective of take ownership, what is their ownership?
They don't own nothing.
Okay.
So figure out how you gonna own it.
They can't.
They can't. They can't own it?
Nah. They can't.
Majid, they can't. So you are limiting Every black male out there, you just told every black person watching this that they can't own shit.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying at all.
That's what you saying. I'm gonna flip your words just like you flip mine.
That's fine.
They can't own?
That's
So
fine.
what you saying, they can't own a home? They can't own a business? They can't own investments?
If they got a criminal record, no.
You can't own an investment when you a criminal record?
You got a felony?
Yeah.
You got a felony?
Yeah.
You got $300,000 for a house?
You can figure it out. You can cut some grass for $10. You can figure out how to make some money. It's America. Stop making excuses for people out there. React with ownership. React with ownership.
Now, okay. Now, I'm in the middle of this. So I'm gonna say, you're right and you're right.
Yeah.
But in that fine line in between, we do need to figure out other methods. We need to stop saying like, alright, so let's say right now, right? I fuck up. I get hit. I go to prison. I do 4 years. I get out. Okay? I'm a felon. F on my chest, baby. Every job I apply for, get the D-Dot, baby. Alright, so I'm like, you know what? That's cool. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit at home. I'm gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurt. Fuck it, man. I'm fucked up. I gotta eat noodles. I'm trying to not steal, but I gotta eat noodles and shit. Alright. So what I'm gonna do? Somehow, some way, I don't care what anybody say. Everybody has a cell phone. Every single person has a cell phone. So, alright. Go on YouTube. I'm gonna learn a trade or a skill that I can use to make money. So now I'm gonna take my trade or a skill that I learned off YouTube for free. I'm gonna take that skill and I'm gonna apply it. Now I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna dress myself up pretty decent, the best I can. Whatever I can do, the best of my abilities. Walk around. Let's say I learned how to do plumbing, but I'm good, I'm nice. I've always been crafty with my hands. Or any other scenario, computers. Maybe I've always been decent with computers. I'm gonna look on YouTube, I'm gonna study it, and I'm gonna learn how to fix computers. And when Carter's computer break down, I'm like, hey, Carter doesn't have to know I'm a felon. Hey, Carter, I know how to fix computers. I fixed computers for $30 instead of $100 they was gonna charge you for. Maybe it's not as much. We gotta take less to start up. So I take that $30. I say, Carter, whoever you know, please, can you help me out? I'm just a black guy trying to make it. Carter has several other friends whose computers fucked up. I just made my first $300 on fixed computers. Now, I need to start franchising. I need to start figuring out ways. Maybe I need to save. Maybe I need to live with my cousin. Maybe I have to live a certain way. But I put myself in this situation, so I need to figure out how to get out.
But you know,
now, is that story going to work for everybody? Is that the perfect theory? Yes. Is it going to work for everybody? No. But the question is, how hard are you willing to work for yourself? That's where we falter. How hard? Why do we keep saying we gotta? Everybody in this room is doing okay in life. Now, whatever cards you was dealt with, you just dealt with it. You figured it out. But there's people who've been dealt the same cards as you who complain every day. Who you know probably at home smoking weed, living at their mom's crib, like, man, nothing shaking for me, man. Nothing's happening. Man, I wish I was born with a silver spoon, but that's not life. We have to take what we got and fix it. And that's how I feel. And I know it's hard. I know this is like, people might be like, oh, he don't know what he talking about. But at the end of the day, you can do it. You gotta take Shaq. Join the army. Fuck it. You have to work for somebody at some point in your life. I don't care if you gotta do something at some point. If you're not blessed with $10,000 startup money, you gotta find that way to get $10,000. You gotta do something.
Thank you. React with ownership. If we would have followed Malcolm X's way, I love Martin Luther King.
We'd be a lot further.
Malcolm X wanted us to own our own businesses. He wanted us to be self-sufficient, and in that realm or whatever. Martin Luther King wanted us all to be together. It was a good idea. It just didn't. It ended up not working because we ended up not owning anything, right? If we own stuff, you gotta own it if you want it, man. If you own it, you make the rules. React with ownership every time. Somebody at your job don't treat you right, you either sit there and deal with it, or you let them know you do what's well within your rights to do. Kaepernick did what was well in his rights to do, I feel like. He got blackballed. It was wrong. Shit happens. Glad he did what he did. It's a great example for America and history will show that the NFL was wrong. They're gonna have to pay for that one day. But in reality, but back when you come back to reality and you look at it for what it is, that was a black man in a white man's world. They didn't want that in their house. You can either respect it or you can fight it. He chose to fight it, which I agreed with. But when you fight it, you gotta understand it's gonna come with some consequences. That's the consequences he's going through.